Tell you that as you see them go through, we join Damon Hill on his 76th lap. He's about halfway round it at the present moment. He's at the top of the circuit going into the right-hander at turn 8, accelerating away to 150 miles an hour as he goes through to turns 9 and the right-hander at turn 10. 150 miles an hour now, dropping downhill to the hairpin left-hander turn 12. Second gear, 60 miles an hour. That's Gerhard Berger in third position behind him. And of course he has been lapped. And Damon is coming through to start, to complete his 76th lap and to start his 77th and last lap in the lead in the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Well, I'm not going to make any prediction at all at this stage, but Damon has done a superb job. He got off the line first, he got into the lead, and that's not easy. He was on the wrong side of the circuit, and he had the likes of Senna and Schumacher around him. He then drove absolutely superbly all the way. He's got Berger, incidentally, who's just trying to unlap himself. Whether or not he will bother, I don't know. We'll have to watch while that goes on. But Damon's got everything right. Behind him, yes, he's letting Berger go by. That's very sensible. You know, Damon does not want anything to go wrong, clearly, here. It's going to be a very overdue win if he gets it, but thoroughly well-deserved. Behind that, Riccardo Patrese, well, he's largely inherited second place, it has to be said, but having said that, he's made no mistake. And that's not what happened last year when he led for Williams, but well out in front. He spun at the first corner, indeed, just about where Johnny Herbert, or the one after that, actually, where just after Johnny Herbert spun. Berger, very robust drive from him, very tough, and a very deserved third place, with Brundle not being able to take Warwick, but two very sterling drives from the British drivers.
Damon Hill is approaching the end of the last lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. He's coming down to that slow left-hander, which is turn 12. Then he's only got to do the short run up to the double right, turns 13 and 14. Damon Hill exits the last turn at the Hungarian Grand Prix, and he does indeed see the checkered flag. And Damon Hill, as his great father Graham did before him, wins the Grand Prix, not here in Hungary, Graham, but Damon's first Grand Prix victory has been a brilliant one. And he knows it, and he shows his victory salute to the crowd. Well, Damon has driven an absolutely immaculate race after the bitter, bitter, cruel disappointment of having a win snatched from his hands in Britain and then in Germany, as Derek Warwick finishes in fourth position ahead of Martin Brundle. Damon Hill has indeed made it third time lucky here in Hungary. He scores his first 10 points for a Grand Prix victory, and by so doing moves back into third position in the World Championship ahead of Michael Schumacher. And we're now watching Riccardo Patrese in the sole remaining Benetton, and that's the distance between him and Damon Hill, who has been home a long time now in Grand Prix timing terms. But Patrese finishes in his highest place of the season, as has, of course, Damon Hill. Gerhard Berger, exactly the same situation, because the first three men have all had their highest finish of the year. In fact, the first four, because Derek Warwick is in fourth place. Martin Brundle finishes fifth for Ligier, and Carl Wendlinger gets that sole remaining World Championship point for Sauber. But this is the man of the race, the man of the day. He capitalised on Alain Prost's misfortune at the start and stayed in front all the way, and he has driven an absolutely superb, commanding race. Well, they always say that the first win is the most difficult one. Damon Hill has had his first win, and I'm sure we'll see him have many more well-deserved ones.
Yes, I'm sure that's right. He really has proven his ability against Prost, who's a fantastic yardstick by any reckoning. And indeed, actually, I've felt that over the past couple of races, when he's been apparently cheated of victory, shall we say, at Silverstone and Hockenheim, that in the end, that would only serve to toughen him up. You know, he will come away, I felt he's come away from particularly Hockenheim, really being annoyed and being angry about not having won. He felt it was deservedly his. And that's a very good attitude to come to a Grand Prix with, believing that you should be winning. It's a sort of attitude which someone like Senna has had for a very long time. And anything that can really help a driver, toughen him up, harden him up, and become more believing in his ability, and the fact that a win is rightfully his can only be a good thing for the long term. So I think we're going to see a lot of success, many more victories from Damon Hill in the future.
And gosh, don't Damon's eyes look like Graham Hill's? And he's looking astonishingly calm and relaxed about the whole thing. Many people in his position would be turning handsprings even after having driven round the Hungaroring for about an hour and 45 minutes in extreme heat. But to recap, and what a wonderful result it is to give again, Damon Hill wins his first Grand Prix in Hungary and moves back to third in the World Championship.